Hey guys, so we are looking at the dispute reason creator tonight. So what this is a breakdown to show you exactly how to achieve maximum results. All right, so there is a more in-depth video if you want to access that. The link is down in the description. And I'm giving you a worksheet to create your dispute reasons. All right, so let's jump right in. All right, so the link for this is going to be down in the description so that you can go and click on the links and access it yourself, right? So this is the reason creator. So you can create virtually any dispute reason simply by plugging in the info. And I'm going to show you how to do this, right? So this is the breakdown. When you are breaking down the account, there's very specific things that you want to look for, okay? So this is how you create your dispute reasons, and I'm going to give you some examples. So there's only a couple components: the creditor name and account number. So in this example, it's capital 1 517 805. You need to find the inaccuracy. Okay, so example would be date of last payment. That would be general. And the one that you would actually want to put on there that is more detailed is Experian, then the date, Equifax, then the date, and then TransUnion, and then the date. Okay, so if it's only two bureaus, then put the two bureaus only. If it's only one, put the one. Okay, so you don't want to fabricate information. So now you need to put the outcome or the action. So an example would be correction or deletion. Very simply put it all together, and this would be your dispute reason with your justifier, so such as because, right? So using this information, you're going to create the dispute reason. Delete this account for inaccuracy because Experian shows the date, Equifax shows the date, TransUnion shows the date. You can't report different dates and years. It's imperative that this be accurate because it determines when the account naturally falls off. So you gave them what you're disputing, you gave them the action, the justifier, and the reason. It's very, very simple, but that is the breakdown that's going to show you. And here's a couple examples. We have detailed, general, listed, and incorrect, okay? So detailed, and once again, you can click on the link in the description to pull this up yourself and go slide by slide, okay? It's going to show you exactly as I'm showing you, okay? So detailed would be delete this account for inaccuracy because yada, 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 yada. That's the same reason I already showed you. The general version of it would be delete for inaccuracy. There are three different dates reported under data last activity. And this means that possibly all three of you are wrong. Where's this info coming from and why isn't it consistent? Delete immediately. Listed would be, and you do want to look at your screen for this, reason for deletion. 3 different dates and date less active. Factual data. Experian, date, Equifax, date, TransUnion, date. Additional information. All 3 bureaus should report one date because it's coming from one creditor. Now, the incorrect way to do this is to say delete because you have the wrong information and it's not consistent. All right, so what I did was I put this as a chart. So now we're going a little bit further. We're looking at reasons, challenges and additional disputes. So we're looking at the dispute flow now with your dispute reasons. What this means is that we're looking at what you can do in addition to using just reasons. So for example, for round 1, if we're starting with data last activity, then your challenge would be a request for investigation. So your letter is going to be a request for investigation with your reason being data last activity. Additional disputes on round 1 would be a collection VOD1. So collector VOD1 means a validation of debt letter 1 to the collection agency third party. Round 2 reason would be data last payment. Your challenge would be method of verification, and additional disputes would be the collection VOD2 and your creditor dispute 1. All right, so that's your 623 dispute. I hope this is making sense. Now, when we go to round 3, you can choose another dispute reason. Remember, it needs to be new and relevant. Every single letter needs to have a new dispute reason. Payment history, notice of dispute, that is your challenge. That is your reason. Payment history is your reason. Challenge is notice of dispute. And your additional dispute would be VOD3 to the collector and creditor letter 2. Round 4 is status update or date reported. Challenge would be no investigation. And additional disputes would be collector 4, which is the lawsuit letter, and creditor letter 3. Round 5 is date of first delinquency, DO1D. Your challenge is FCRA requirements. They are required to perform an independent investigation, right? An independent investigation. What an independent investigation means that they cannot simply tell you that the account is accurate. They cannot tell you that you have to go and, contact the creditor. All right. So these are FCRA investigation requirements. So that is your challenge for round 5. Additional disputes would be CFPB complaints for violations. All right, so now we're looking at the flow chart. So you start with your analysis, right? So we're taking the information that we were just looking at, we're putting on a flow chart and adding in a couple little things, right? So your dispute reason creator and your analysis would be where you start. So the first column is round 1, data loss activity, round 2, data loss payment, round 3, payment history, round 4, status update reported, round 5, data first delinquency. The next column is what we just went over. We went over your, what did I call it? Your challenges. So round 1, request for investigation. Round 2, method of verification. Round 3, notice of dispute. Round 4, no investigation. And round 5, FCRA requirements. So I have it listed both ways as a table and a flow chart just to make it make sense, because you're doing all of this concurrently, okay? Round 1, collector validation of debt letter 1. Round 2 is VOD 2 and creditor 1. You do not do a creditor letter on round 1. Round 3 is VOD 2 and creditor 2. That is actually supposed to say VOD 3, my bad. And then round 4 is VOD 4 and creditor 3. And by the time I post this, it will be corrected. And round 5 is going to be CFPB against the collector and the bureaus as well as creditor 4, all right? So you can access the dispute reason creator PDF worksheet that I created by clicking on the link within this right here, where this is click here to get instant access. And you can also click on the link that is going to be down in the description of this video on YouTube. All right, so you're simply going to plug your info in and create your dispute reason. So let me show you what that looks like. Let's go find it. It's right here. So this is the dispute reason creator. So you're going to create virtually all of your dispute reasons simply by using this formula. All right, so here's the example that we went over. Capital 1, 517-805, data loss activity, Experian reports 9/15/18, Equifax 1, that's supposed to be 1/2014, and TransUnion 5/6/17. So you're looking for a deletion. That's your outcome. Now, I've put this example data here so that you know how to use this. So when you put it all together, you're going to have delete this account for inaccuracy because the data loss activity shows 3 entirely different dates in 3 different years. Then you're listing the data. So now it is your turn, and I've given you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them. So print this out, look at your account, and string this together, okay? The formula never changes. Guys, this is what I'm trying to explain to you, okay? So now, if you do want scores like this, and no, this is not the end of the video, you can contact me for a credit sweep, and you can use the link right here to schedule your consultation or to sign up. You can also access webinars and videos on the new platform by clicking on this link. And if you want to support me and connect with me, you can go to Patreon and sign up there, all right? So you've already seen this, but it goes with this, so I am using it in this video as well, the inverted dispute reason pyramid. And this is going to show you where your biggest ammo for dispute reasons is, all right? So we're not going to go over this. We have already done that in a previous video, okay? So once again, as I mentioned, there is a more detailed tutorial for this video, all right? So if you do want to access that, you can go and use the link down in the description, but we are moving on. Okay, so when you are creating your dispute letter, you have to remember, like I said in the beginning, that your dispute reason is the key to the letter. I don't care about anything else in the letter, and that's why you don't see a lot of, paragraphs and this and that. Nobody gives a crap about that information. Nobody cares. The computer doesn't care. The person at Equifax or Experian or TransUnion, they don't care. The only thing that matters is this information right here, and that is why I've put it in bold. So this is what your dispute letter should look like. Excuse me. Your client information at the top, or if it's you, then it's your information at the top. Name, date of birth, address, social, so on and so forth. The date. Okay, some people put dates, some people don't. You should put the date if you're doing your own letters. The bureau you're disputing with and their address. All right, so your opening line. Now, normally I say opening statement, but this should be no more than 3 to 4 sentences. If it's anything more than that, then you are putting in way too much on your opening statement and you're doing it wrong, okay? So your dispute reasons. So each creditor and account number is listed for the items being disputed for this one bureau, up to 10 negative items and one reason per account, okay? So the first example of this would be capital 1517805. Remove this account due to the fact that there are different dates last active reported. How can there be different dates? Blah, blah, blah. And you're going to plug your information into this, of course, when you're doing your dispute. Discover the account number. I don't believe that you did an investigation. This means that you are now required to prove that there was in fact an investigation, because remember, you have challenges, not just dispute reasons, okay? A challenge is a dispute reason, and a challenge can either be the reason or the entire letter, okay? Unknown medical account 12345. I don't know what this is. Please remove this unverified account unless you can furnish a signed contract. So that is using the 609 in a dispute reason, all right? So this is very, very simple information. And here is the PDF that we just went over, right? So what I did was I took the letter that we were just talking about, and I've shown you where the action, the reason, and the justifier is, because that is what makes up the formula to a dispute reason, all right? So the only thing that we are looking at is where these little dots are. We have yellow, whatever this red color is, or purple. The purple and red are supposed to be the same color, my bad, and the blue. And let's go change this to purple so that they are consistent. All right, so yellow is the action that you want, I believe. Yes, the action that you want. And this didn't change colors. I don't know why. Purple is going to be the justifier, and this blue is going to be the reason, okay? If you look over at the right-hand side right here, you're going to see that I've broken them down. If you click on this one, it's going to show you where it's at. See? Action. If I click on this one, it's going to show you the justifier. If I click on this one, it's going to show you to reason. Same with this one right here. Reason. Action. Reason. Okay, so remember, reason, action, justifier. So let's break this down. Remove this account. What is this? This is going to be an action. I'm telling them the outcome that I want, okay? Due to the fact is going to, we're going to use this as like the because, it's the justifier. Because, so if we change due to the fact and put it as because, it's your justifier. All right, this part, there are different date last active reported. How can it be blah, blah, blah? That is your reason. And now on the discover account, it's a little bit different. So I don't believe you did an investigation. That's the reason. That's part of the reason. The justifier is going to be, this means that you're now required to prove blah, blah, blah. And the action is this account needs to be removed. All right, so on this last one, you actually don't have a justifier. So we have two reasons and an action. I don't know what this is, meaning this account. It's an unknown medical account, right? No creditor name, no phone number, nothing. I don't know what it is, Your action is going to be, please remove this unverified account. Another reason is unless you can furnish a signed contract. All right? So I've made this even easier for you. Okay, so I created an Airtable spreadsheet. You do not need the pro version. You can use the free version on this. Basically, what we're going to do is I need to put my mic down, so you just need to turn up your volume. Go for that now. Okay, so here are the examples that I used, right? You're going to enter creditor name and account number, capital 1517805. The next one, what are you disputing? So we're taking this PDF and we're making it digital, okay? What are you disputing? The date of last activity. Why is this inaccurate? Reports 3 different dates between all 3 bureaus, yada, yada, yada. And then right here, you can choose deletion or correction. deletion for inaccuracy, correction for inaccuracy, delete for violation, and correct for violation. All right. And then this right here, it says copy result. It's going to paste this all together the way it's supposed to be. You just go Control C to copy. You're going to pull up the letter that you're currently writing, and this is the same one that we used before. You're just going to paste it. So let me just click down a couple, Control V to paste. It's going to paste it the way that it's supposed to look. Capital 1, blah, blah, blah. Delete the count for inaccuracy because the data loss activity reports 3 different dates, blah, blah, blah. All right. So let's get rid of this and let's write one ourselves. And as you can see, you do need to write it so that it makes sense, meaning the required. What are you disputing? The required notice of dispute. Why is it inaccurate? Was not entered. Because when it strings it together, it needs to make sense. So it starts over here. Delete this account for inaccuracy because, and you go over here, what are you disputing? The required notice of dispute. Why is this inaccurate? Was not entered. The required notice of dispute was not entered within the time frame. So when we write a new one, let's create, let's do American Express and 34999, blah, 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 blah. Now, what are you disputing? Let's choose date of first delinquency. But remember, we have to put the. You don't have to, but it will make sense that way. All right. Why is it inaccurate? The date of first delinquency doesn't record the correct date because I paid on time on an date. With payment immediately, right? So then we have to go and choose correct this account for inaccuracy. So when we copy it, go over here and copy it, go to Word, paste it. It's going to say, let's see if it turned out correctly. Correct this account for inaccuracy because the date of first delinquency doesn't report the correct date because I paid on time on X date. Please remove this late payment and update this account immediately. All right, so you get the flow here. So I am going to post these links down in the description. If you would like this plugin print, it's very simply just going to be $5. When you click on the link, it's going to show up with a up here somewhere on the top right. It's very simply going to say copy base. You very simply copy it after you signed up for your free account with Airtable, and you will be able to use this as you wish. All right. If you would like to go and check out my in-depth tutorial, that is going to be down in the description. And you can also contact me at drift.me/expert credit sweeps to hit me up on the live chat, or you can go check out my videos and webinars at expertise.tv/organization/the real coach. I will post these links down in the description. And if you want me to take over your credit file and you want to get the results that I can get you, then you can go and schedule a free discovery call, and we will see what we can do together. All right, guys. So I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video. I hope you enjoyed this one. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't, because I don't want you to miss anything. All right. I know there's absolutely nobody out there providing the content that I do, and so you need to get notified every single time I post a video, because it can be that next video that's going to change your life. All right. I'm not saying this to be conceited. I'm saying this because I know my shit. All right. So if you want to see all this, services, courses, classes, software, everything that I offer, you can go to services.vargasconsultingworks.com. That is that last link right here. And once again, I'm posting the links to this, to the PDF, to the order for the plugin print, as well as to the more in-depth tutorial down in the description. All right. So the plugin print is only $5. The next video, the more in-depth one, is only $5. So, I mean, what do you got to lose? All right. So I'm going to plug those down in the description. If you have any questions, let me know. And thanks for being here with me tonight. Bye, guys.